So it has been a while since we have gone into these old subscription boxes. So I believe it is time we pick one out. Shall we do it randomly? I think they're all random because I actually have no memory of what's inside any of them. So let's just pick that one. It's farther away than I thought. There we go. Oh boy, it's heavy. So I usually label them with the date, but this one doesn't have a date. I don't know when this is from, but it's heavy, so I suspect it's the acrylic pouring one that I ignored for a long time. Let's find out. I suspect I'm right. Yep, this is definitely the acrylic pouring one that I ignored. And I actually have been way more into acrylic pouring lately. Like, I haven't done it myself, but just watching videos, that's solidly stuck. Ah, we have a spill. Anyway, yeah, this one's much emptier. Okay, well, we have purple, red, and white, an MDF panel in 4x4, 6x6, luckily sealed in plastic, and a pouring medium that was hiding. This looks like a 5x7 or a 4x6. Some dried acrylic paint on it, not sealed in plastic, but with acrylic pouring, it's not really that big of a deal. Palette knife, and it looks like an 8x10, and this one is sealed in plastic. Looks like we're going to do some acrylic pouring. Have my supplies, I think. This is the little tub that I've used for the Easy Marble paint from Graphics, and I have unwrapped all my surfaces from their packaging. These need shaken well, so that has been done. I found some cups in my cupboard from some random party. They're probably from my childhood, who knows. And I will use those. I forgot gloves, I have to go get those. We will get started. I'm going to try this one first. It kind of seems like the cheapest, smallest one. I'm going to put this down to sit it on. The bottom of my tub is not quite level, so I'm going to put it just slightly off center there so it's kind of flat. Put this on top of it, and then the instructions say to do 1 part of this pouring medium to 2 parts of the paint. I'm just going to guess on that. It's just enough to coat the bottom of the cup, basically. So I'll do this pour without any additions because the instruction manual that came with this said that we could do rubbing alcohol inside of it to create cells, more cells than the pouring medium would get us. We could also use alcohol inks and other additions. So this one I'm going to do without any of those fancy additions, and then I think I'll try the next one with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Yeah, this purple is really thick. I don't know if because it spilled that it was open to air or what, but that's not going to pour. So I just added a lot more pouring medium into that purple there. So we have our 3 colors. Bring this back into the picture. It's not a very big canvas, so we'll do this whole dirty pour thing. Why I got gloves, I don't know. The white, they say if you drop it from up high, it will fall down and make a cool effect. Really just like the red and white. I don't really want to put purple in it. Purple or not to purple? I think we will just put a little bit. That is so thick. Now lift. Well, kind of like the in the cup better than anything. Can you guys see that? It's not moving. Thought it would move more than that. Jeez. It's really thick too. I think their 1 part pouring medium to 2 parts paint is a little bit off. I think that maybe it needs to be 2 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. So let's just Suraj Arts it and scoop it along. Oh, that's disappointing. I really messed it up. No more bright colors in there. Very boring. I want some more of the red. It's a little thick. Let's add more pouring medium in this red. Gotta love all the crinkly glove sounds. We can't make something interesting out of this. Not quite what I was hoping. We're going to put this aside. maybe out on the porch to dry. Get a new set of gloves and try something different. All right, let's try this MDF board stuff. I added way more of the pouring medium into each of the cups this time. And I think because I have so much purple, we'll start with the purple base and then we can add the other colors on top of it. I like the dirty pour thing a little better than just pouring right on the canvas. So we're gonna use the cup we used last time and just add more purple, a bit of red, and some white. Oh, I also got, where is it? My rubbing alcohol. So let's try a couple of drops of this. That's probably more than a couple of drops, but that's okay. And then I think we're supposed to kind of mix that rubbing alcohol in there, but I don't want to over mix my little design. You can also kind of move it around. That's cool. And just keep it like that, please. Okay, that's a lot of paint this time. Look at that. You can see cells over there already. This corner looks really ugly. I'm gonna get rid of some of that. I'm gonna go put that one's really pretty, out on the porch to dry too. Hopefully the cats stay out of it. I'll be back. So this, I'm just gonna leave in here because it will dry, and this is a really, what do you call it, slick plastic. So I think once they dry, they'll just pop right out of there. And then I have all this paint left over. I'm gonna go try that whole porch pour thin thingy. I decided to use a tub lid and parchment paper. We'll see how that works. Here's my paints. And let's see what we can do here. Sorry, it's all wiggly. I voted against setting up a tripod. And I probably should have, but I'm just going to pour these on. Kind of random. Just use up the paint. My porch kind of slopes to the right side here. We'll see how this all turns out when it dries. Okay. Let's go grab our palette knife and spread that out. Hey. He's so curious. Okay, make it nice and thin. And then we could do like, I don't know, people do like fingernail polish stick-on thingies. I'll have to look that up because I've actually used Color Street nails before, which is, seems like it's the similar, same kind of thing. And I think that would be really cool to make some of my own. Dang the wind. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight the wind here. Parchment paper, stay. Now I have the other cat. She's like, what's going on? Don't worry, I'll pick up the paint and they won't get into it. Shut the porch door might be, you know, a good idea. So I don't think my little acrylic sheet thingies are going to be very smooth. Turns out tub lids not that smooth. And parchment paper wrinkles. We will go with this and see what happens. In the meantime, here is this one. Drying, if you can see it. Got some neat stuff going on. Here is this one. I think that's my favorite so far. The really thick one. And I thought that it would like, ooh, it's already drying. Don't touch. Thought that it would thin out or whatever, but it didn't. And I forgot to show you. Anyway, they're still wet. I'll show you what they look like when they're drying and what we're gonna do with them. Here they are, all dried, and the dishwasher's on. I can't turn it off because I need it to run right now. It's the time I have. So sorry about the background noise. It's my dishwasher. But anyway, they are a little bit textured. I didn't expect that. I thought that the paint would all kind of flow down. So this is the largest one. We'll see what we can do if we want to change anything on them, make something out of them or not. Here's the next one. Well, there's the back side. Anyway, this one is really bumpy. kind of weird. And the, what do you call this? The canvas board kind of warped, so don't recommend this. Here's this one. This one I think is my favorite, but I still have the different texture. So I had a really good idea with this, but then that kind of threw me for a loop because it kind of looks like a brain, and I don't want a brain, but I think I have another really good idea. So stay tuned for that. And the last one that was all kind of a mix-up. Again, different texture. So we'll see what we can do with that. Before we do that, though, I want to show you this. Was my little pouring container. It's actually been a couple of days. We won't talk about that. But you can see here, this just pulls right out just like I hoped it would. So we could probably use this for something if I knew how. I saw people using these for like nail polish. Whoops. I don't know how. I'm going to have to look that up. So you can use this for that. There's some really cool colors in this corner here. And then the parchment paper wrinkled all up, so don't use parchment paper. It does peel off okay though. So looking like peeling off will be, well, I was going to say fine, but you can see it kind of is pulling up in the wrinkles a bit. But I guess depending on what you use these peels for, it will be fine. And wow, just like magic, we switched to a new scene. All right, so this is the one that I actually saw something in. So making something non-abstract out of abstract stuff. And I am just pulling this out of my imagination. I have no reference picture, nothing like that. And I just saw this lady leaning over this tree. So I'm trying to sketch that in. And my fireplace fan just came on. Yeah, it's September in Colorado and we have a fire because it's 30-some degrees outside Fahrenheit. Brr. All right. So anyway, just sketch that and that's what I ended up with. Well, that's pretty much what I saw in that pour. And I don't think that I will do anything with these other ones. It could be like a tree in this one too, or something like that. I always know when I watch other people's videos, I see so much that they don't see. And so I am curious if you guys see stuff in these other pours that maybe I could bring out in a, like I did with that one with the ink, which this was the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen Black. So do you see anything in these that could be brought out with ink, or are they just fine as is? Oh, look, paper clip stuck to this one. It is sticky stuff, that's for sure. This one's actually kind of neat. I still don't like the color combinations so much, but this one is definitely not bad. It's a decent one. Like this one kind of looks like a storm, or maybe a big radar system of like ocean currents, or I don't even know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I like it. Well, that is the old subscription box, and we did it. That's one I had been dreading and putting off for a long time. I opened it and I saw it was an acrylic pour with those particular colors, and I'm like, no, never mind, 2 years ago. So I put it on the shelf and forgot about it for a long time. But that was actually okay. It was decently fun. Like I said, different colors would have been awesome, but that's just because I don't like putting red and purple together. So that's just a me thing. If it had been like a bright turquoise or something instead, then I'd have been thrilled. Did this without a reference. I don't like that line, so I'm going to get rid of it. Look at that. It erases. It is what it is. I tried to find a reference of a lady reaching like that. I was too lazy to go take a picture of myself doing that. So that's what we get. All right. Well, have a great time this weekend, or actually, I think this will come out on Tuesday. So have a great time this week, and we will see you in the video on Friday. Remember to subscribe if you like subscription boxes. I do at least 2 a month, sometimes an old one like this one. And watercolor is my go-to other than that. All right, thanks. Take care. Drop, crash, bang. I think I just itched my face with painty fingers. Oh well. In the part, I can't talk.